Today I want to talk with you guys about the 2026 Great American Guitar Build-Off. Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. So today I want to bring you guys up to speed about some really cool stuff that we're doing for the 2026 Great American Guitar Build-Off. And I figured that since I kind of dropped the ball for 2025, I would get started right away, even though it's September 2025, letting you guys know that from now on, every second counts until the 2026 Great American Guitar Build-Off. Now I've got some templates here. I'm actually going to do a little quick drawing and show you guys a couple of things. But before we get into that, if you want to sign up for the 2026 Great American Guitar Build-Off, link in the description below. If you, for whatever reason, can't use links, if you go to my website, texastoastguitars.com, under workshops, the build-off is there. Now, the reason it's under workshops is because if you start adding a bunch of tags to the top, it cuts everything and shrinks it way down. So just bear with me. It's right there. You can sign up right now. When you do sign up, it's going to ask you for your name, address, or phone number, or stuff like that, the standard things. And once I get that email, it's not going to ask you for any money right now. I'm going to put you on the page. You'll be able to see when you go to that website that all the participants who have signed up right now, as of right this second, they're on there. And if you sign up right now today, you'll go on there too. If you'd like to be a sponsor, your name can go on the sponsor section of the page. And you'll find most of the rules up there too. This video will actually end up on that page. And so that will hopefully answer all your questions. And this video will help you hopefully answer some questions too. So this year, the rules are that you have to build something that is identifiable as a Telecaster. Now, just as we thought, some people have already asked me some questions like, hey, would this count? Hey, would that count? I'm leaving that up to you guys. If you think that a Flying V that is painted and looks like finish-wise and hardware-wise to have a bunch of Tele components, if you think that qualifies, make it. If you think that it has to be exactly perfectly dimensional to a Fender Telecaster, make it. If you want it to be 5 feet bigger than a regular Tele, but it otherwise is dimensionally similar, or what is that word that wait, Joy, what is that? Where'd she go? When it's not dimensionally the same, but it's proportionately, that's what I'm looking for. It's proportionately. Yeah, you can make a 25-foot Telecaster. That's up to you. Now, if you really don't know okay, first of all, if you're just asking questions to ask questions, I get it, it's fun, but you got to follow it up with an actual entry, okay? So, if I were you, and I'm not competing, but if I were you, I would go with the basic Telecaster shape. I don't know if you guys can see this because it's clear. Something very basic and Telecaster shape-wise, and make it really, really neat. Because I'm old, I think that a really, really neat Telecaster either has wowie zowie wood or over the top some other thing. You'll probably remember I built a Telecaster shaped guitar once that had leopard, a fabric top, and a mud flap girl F-hole, and you plugged it in, it glowed red on the inside. Yeah, that's what I mean by over the top. There are plenty of historical examples of Telecaster shaped guitars through the years that are way over the top and way cool, and or something with obscenely neat wood. So that's what I would do if I were you. Like I said, if you want to make a Dean ML with a bunch of Telecaster stuff on it, paint it amber, and have a Tele neck, and think that counts, I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to say yes. I'm leaving that up to you. I hope somebody does something like that. How's it going to be judged? Beats the heck out of me. I don't know. So I'm leaving it up to you guys. So I've got a couple of things here that I want to talk about, some tele templates, and because every second counts from now on, I want you guys to start thinking about planning your work, working your plan, because the Great American Guitar Build-Off grand prize is cold hard cash. Okay, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit too. Let me show you some examples of some templates here, and we'll plan some work. Okay, gang, every guitar builder that's worth his salt needs to have 3 things when they're planning: a big piece of paper, a straight edge, and a sharp pencil. So the first thing that I do every single time is start with a center line. Okay, everything that I do builds off of that. The next thing that I like to do is you can either start with an outline or you can start with the pickups. I'm going to go ahead and start with an outline. Now, a couple of things, gang. This outline here is a template set. You know what? I'm going to do this backward. Is a template set built by my good friend Steve over at Maximum Guitar Works. Someone's going to go, hey, how come you're doing it backwards? I don't know. I just am. It doesn't matter. So this is built by, like I said, my buddy Steve at Maximum Guitar Works. They're really neat because they're clear, one. So if you're laying this on a piece of lumber and you're like, oh, I've got a knot right here, I want to make sure that I get rid of that. You can actually see through the template. The other thing that they have is this hole here and this hole here. Now, for those of you who are not in the loop, Steve calls those the off-body alignment pins. And the neat thing about Steve's off-body alignment pins is they can be used to change templates in the same series of templates. What you do is you actually drill a hole through your piece of lumber, and then you put 1/4-inch pins in the template into the lumber, and you can take templates off and put them back on, etc., etc. Okay, so let's say we wanted to do a Telecaster shaped object. This one might be left-handed if we're looking at the front, or this might be the back. The other thing that I think would be really cool, I'm using, again, Steve's off-body alignment pin templates. I think it would be neat to do it semi-hollow. So let's draw some semi-hollow stuff in here. This is another one of Steve's templates. I actually asked him to make this for me. This is if I want to make an all semi-hollow guitar. That's kind of cool. So all this stuff here could get cut away, and I could put a top on it, or a back, or a top and a back, right? The other neat thing is there are lots and lots of pickup options. And again, I'm just going to line these up where the off-body alignment pins go. Let's say I'm going to need a neck pocket, right? Let's put a neck pocket in there, and let's say I want to put a P90 in the neck. There we go. How about a let's put this guy back on here. What if I want a standard Telecaster bridge arrangement in the back? I'm going to draw where my holes go for my bridge. In this case, it's a 4-hole through body bridge, and maybe I want to put a comfort contour on there and the pickup. All right, there we go. That's kind of cool. Get my straight edge out here. Now, if I'm going to make this all the way hollow, I'm going to need to bend this section of the top, or if I'm only putting a back on, I need to remember that if I'm going to grind the front of this down to have some sort of arm contour, I need to remember that I need to have enough material on the top to where I don't go through or burn through. Okay, so let's see, what else could we do? We could do a, we could say, no, I decided I wanted to put a humbucker in here. Got to put the template on correctly. Okay. And, yeah, humbucker, that'd be cool. Let's put 2 humbuckers in, right? Let's put one in the neck position and one in the bridge position. Yeah, man, that'd be cool. We could probably put we could put a trem on here. That'd be neat. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with a telly to make it cool. And I really just wanted you guys to get your creative juices flowing and get your templates out and start drawing some stuff. Make some notes. Telly for Great American Guitar Build Off. GAGBO. And we need to sign up, right? And we need to remember that every second counts. And we're going to make this cool guitar, and we're going to go for the grand prize, which is a fat stack of cash. So I've got neck templates here that I might be using. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to go with a 6-in-line telly headstock, or if I'm going to go with a standard telly pick guard. Maybe I'll go with an upside down one, and that'd be cool. Or maybe I'll go with a right side up one. I don't know. Let's see, what else could we do? Oh, we could make like a thin line one. That'd be pretty neat. I even have somewhere around here. Here it is. This is a Maximum Guitar Works 24.75 inch telly conversion neck that Steve made for me. And Steve likes to put lots of text on templates. This one says, Paul Reed Smith was asked, how does it feel to be the best guitar builder in the world? He replied, I don't know. You should ask Texas Toast. Okay, well, that's probably giving me a little more street cred than is warranted, but it was a nice thing for Steve to say. So I've got telly templates coming out my ears here. Here's one. Here's a cool pickguard one. This is for a humbucker pickup in a all the way hollow job. I don't know. There's tellies and there's tellies and there's tellies. Now, couple of things. When you sign up for the Great American Guitar Build Off, the entry fee is $100. The reason the entry fee is $100 is because the grand prize is everyone's entry fee. So if 100 people, wait a minute, I can't do that math. If 10 people decide to show up and do this contest, whoever wins is going to win $1,000 at the end. If 20 people enter, $2,000. So if 100 people enter, that's $10,000. That's a hell of a nice prize. Remember, you also get to keep the guitar. So when you're designing this, when you're designing your entry for the 2026 Great American Guitar Build Off guitar, I want you to not just think, what is some judge going to want to see? What is Matt going to want to see? Matt might not even be judging this year. I want you to think, I want to make this guitar because I want to make it. I want to make something cool, and I want to make something that I'm going to have a lot of memories in addition to the guitar. And I think that would be a really neat thing to do. Whether you win or lose, whether you win or don't win, how about that? You'll have made something really neat, something excellent that you like. And, gosh, what if you did win, though? Man, that'd be a good prize. I'm also looking for sponsors this year. So even if you don't win all the money, hopefully we'll have some prize sponsors. I'm going to be reaching out to some of my buddies in the industry and hopefully get some good stuff. One other thing, we will be doing this in conjunction with our buddies at Flipside Music, the Great American Guitar Store. And it will be, I can guarantee you this, it will either be April, May, or June. The last time I talked about this, I thought, let's do this April 4th. And then somebody said that's Easter Sunday. Okay. That might not work for everybody. Now, the reason I'm switching it and saying it definitely won't be the weekend of April 4th, 2026 is not because it's Easter Sunday, but because I had another idea. I had something else come up that I think is going to be really cool, and if I can pull it off, I might need an extra little bit. But what I can tell you is that the 2026 Great American Guitar Build-Off will be before summer 2026. So every second counts, guys. Get started if you haven't already. And it will be I want to do it April or May or early June. More details as they become available, I will let you know, but I think we're going to try to really blow this one out over the top this year. So go to the website, get signed up, at least get your name in the hat, and we'll put you on the website, and you will be entered into the Great American Guitar Build-Off. Enter as many times as you want, depending on how many $100 you got, and I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. We'll be doing more videos on this subject very soon. So in the meantime, guys, remember, get your entries in, start building your guitar. Every second counts. This year's, well, actually it'll be next year's parameters are, it has to be some kind of telly. Can it be a bass? Yes. Can it be a double neck? Yes. Can it be lefty? Yes. Can it be covered with fur? Yes. Can it have a TV in it? Yes. Can it spin? Yes, if you're in ZZ Top. The sky's the limit. Make it as cool as you want. Make it as over the top as you want. Or make it as classic as you want. There's a lot of room for a lot of different things. Until next time, this is your old buddy Uncle Matt reminding you that if you're so smart, start your own guitar building contest. And until next time, have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next time. That doesn't make any sense. These outros get goofier and goofier. Have a good week, everybody.